Today, I will be discussing what to do if your ex will not pay child support. In order to enforce a child support obligation, you first need a court order. One thing that I always try to get if the payor or the person paying the child support has some kind of job where they receive a pay stub, you can ask for what's called an income deduction order. It gets deducted from his income, from his paycheck, sent to the state disbursement unit, and then that goes into an account that the person who's receiving the support has a card for. The money is not exchanging hands between the parties. If you do get an income deduction order entered, they can change jobs, and the income deduction order should follow them, but sometimes some more paperwork is required, and sometimes they're able to kind of quit job after job after job to dodge the child support obligation through the income deduction order. And the other thing they can do is be self-employed or work under the table, get paid in cash. If you don't have an income deduction order and or they're avoiding the order or otherwise not paying the support, right? Your option is to file what's called a motion for civil contempt slash enforcement. You have to prove that the other party has willfully violated a court order. If someone is determined to not follow court orders, there is a limit to what you can do, because all you can do if they're violating an order is to keep filing motions for contempt and enforcement and keep getting subsequent orders. There is a way that someone can generally dodge child support for quite some time. But one, there's the Department of Revenue, and the Department of Revenue can go after a person who is obligated to pay child support in a lot of ways that maybe a private attorney in a family case can't. They can get their driver's license suspended. They can get them jailed. If the point is to get the money to the parent who's supposed to receive the support, putting them in jail doesn't work. Suspending their license makes it so they can't go to work and so they can't pay the support. So it's tricky because the enforcement mechanisms they have are stronger, but a lot of them result in the paying parent not being able to pay support, but they're already not paying. So that obligation is still accruing. What that becomes is child support arrears. Once you get back into court on some sort of enforcement, you can ask that arrears be calculated and that a portion of them be added to the baseline monthly obligation until those arrears are paid off. If they quit their job and they're not able to pay the support, they can file for some kind of modification. Something to keep in mind in that sort of a situation, you can ask the court to impute some sort of income to this paying parent based on what they should be able to earn. If the court finds that they're just dodging child support, right? They quit their job, they took a lower income, all so that they wouldn't have to pay this child support, then the court can impute income to that paying parent based on what the receiving parent can prove that they have earned, or as long as they are able to work a full-time job, they will at a minimum be imputed a full-time minimum wage salary. If you have more questions about child support that I didn't address, please comment below. Tell me what you want to hear about, and I'll see if I can make some more videos. Thanks for watching.